I hate scary movies, like a lot, okay? And what constitutes a good scary movie for me is how much I sweat from anxiety. And let me tell you, in this movie, my pits were sweaty. So let's get into what's not that bad about The Conjuring Last Rites. All right, welcome to another episode of It's Not That Bad with me, Jared, where we take terribly reviewed movies and, we give them raving reviews. And today we are gonna be reviewing The Conjuring Last Rites. I hate scary movies, like I said, and I was honestly scared almost the entire time. Which, horror movies I'm semi-familiar with. The Conjuring even more because I have watched the first, the second, and then this one. Not so much the third. Also the spin-offs I haven't really watched. And I've got to say, even though I haven't watched them, I get scared for watching the trailers every time. And I get so sweaty. My eyes are sore. I have to squint the whole time because the movies are so dark. And it's not a great movie experience whenever I watch a movie in the horror genre. Personally, if they scare me, then it's a good horror movie, regardless of the plot. But in this case, the movie did do its job. I did get scared, but Rotten Tomatoes had this at 59%, so I guess it wasn't that scary. Now, what happened in this movie? All that and more after this AI movie plot that I'm about to do, because it's a new segment I'm doing, and hopefully people like it. The Conjuring Last Rites starts in 1964, when Ed and Lorraine Warren encounter a cursed mirror. And during the chaos, Lorraine gives birth to their daughter, Judy. And then jump 20 years later, the Smurl family is plagued by violent hauntings, and all signs point back to that same mirror. At first, the Warrens hesitate, but Judy, now grown and psychic like her mother, so she's 20-something years old, is pulled directly into this case. Man, they be pulling the daughter into it. And then the Smurls face levitation, demonic attacks, some possession, until Ed, Lorraine, and Judy, and also Judy's boyfriend unite for one final showdown. They shatter the mirror, they banish the demon, and the story closes with Judy's wedding. A bittersweet farewell to the Warrens' fight against evil. AI movie plot done. Boom. So I do have a couple things along with that I want to talk about from the point of view of a guy that's not into horror all that much. Number one, why did this movie have to make me so dang anxious? As with all horror movies, they make you feel uneasy. And I realize how masterful horror movies are at making you feel that way, right? They're in this movie, they had a darker color grading, they had good use of shadows, the zooming into different haunted objects, like the clocks, the camera doing the whole different spin shot thing that it does. When you rotate, I'm trying to show you on cam where you rotate, or anyways, and then random paranormal things start happening. The music gets all creepy, the sudden jump scares that they have, and also the screeching piano violins that are super discordant. You just get scared, it makes you feel uneasy because they have all of those things happening. It's things that will naturally freak you out, they have scarred smiles, black and dark eyes that just look like a bunch of eyeliner, and mirrors freak me out, okay? But this whole movie is a literal master class of every horror movie trope. There's dolls, there's weird looking clowns, there's creepy old ladies, there's scary farmers, and dark and stormy nights, basements, attics, there's blood in kitchen sinks, and they also kind of zoom in into when Lorraine reaches her hand into the sink with the garbage disposal, but it doesn't go off, but it just gives you that feeling of uneasiness. There's creepy lullabies and creaks, different creaky sounds. It's awesome. No wonder I felt so, ugh. Number 2, the typical stupidity that people have in horror movies. Another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, in the beginning, Lorraine Warren knew she was pregnant. Why would you go into, like, a case pregnant in the first place? You never know what these demons can do. I mean, if I were a pregnant woman, I wouldn't want to go in fighting like demonic presences, much less something that feels very powerful like this demon, which I will talk about later on. But really, if I were pregnant, I wouldn't want to do much while being pregnant in the first place. That's a lot of stress to put on my body. I love that. It's the typical stupidity in horror movies that make me like this movie. There's also the fact that like the dad of the family who was getting haunted, like the Smurls, like the dad he didn't want to move anyone out of the house. I mean, I get at that point, it's like, oh, like I can't really afford anywhere else to live. Like, yes, but I'd rather live on the street than being haunted at my own house, right? Like, back me up on that. Comment section. What would you actually do? Would you rather be homeless or have a haunted house? Also, how come no one listens to dogs in scary movies? Like, have you ever noticed that they're just like, oh, dog, stop barking, when this dog obviously senses something terrible, right? Dogs have like a sixth sense for those types of things, right? Like, we should probably listen to dogs if they're acting scared about something when they're like usually good dogs. Another case is when the girl who reminds me of Rashida Jones, which is Judy, the Warren's daughter, she's like trying on wedding dresses. And she like ends up being haunted during this time. Like literally she's in this room full of like infinity mirrors. And I mean, there's no way I'm going in a room with infinity mirrors, right? And like the bridal girl just like leaves you alone there. You know, that's like claustrophobia incarnate, you know? Just to have mirrors all around you in this small room, that is way too creepy for me. Like when you see that, why are you not running away immediately? You know, Judy was just like, oh, I'm just gonna let this in. Come on, Judy, come on. Third thing I wanted to talk about, this demon is more powerful than typical demons. Now, it made it more interesting to see like a demon be unnecessarily powerful, right? Like this mirror got put into a dump truck, crushed, and then magically it's just back in the house. That's insane. Like this demon was just able to put a mirror back magically when it was just crushed into like millions and millions of pieces. Also, this demon actually killed a baby. You know, like the Warren daughter was dead for a second, and they obviously in the movie brought her back to life, which is good because you know, unaliving babies is bad, even for demon standards. But like the demon straight up like appeared in the delivery room, and I could not fathom that. And it somehow brings like a lot of fear to me. Honestly, this demon is kind of OP, and I honestly don't know how he got defeated. Because apparently the power of family is enough to defeat a demon with telepathy, right? Mind manipulation and manifesting other ghosts to do its bidding. Also, speaking of mind manipulation, this demon was able to locate the priest in the movie, which was a really good friend of the Warrens. This priest guy straight up messed with his mind to like make him unalive himself. Anyways, I hate horror, but I am expanding my horizons and really trying to find some good, you know, horror story type things that I can appreciate. Now we all can, as horror movie haters, trying to love it. So let me know some bad, good horror movies.